You're listening to the First Row Sports Show.
All right, welcome back to the First Row Sports Show, coming to you on YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to things these days. I don't know, but thank you so much for listening in. And don't forget, you can get involved in the show by checking us out on Facebook at obviously the First Row Sports Show and asking us some questions. Brady, we like questions, don't we?
Yeah, one or two. I just got a question. Why were you so loud? And then I said, Darnell got me too revved up about the Leafs. And it's okay. I think I revved myself up. I think I needed that. That was nice.
That's my job. I'm sort of the moderator when you get too crazy. Because
you are the Ron to my Don.
Yeah, you're definitely Don. I love Ron. He is an absolute beauty. Now, let's move on. Washington, Pittsburgh. It seems that every single year it's Washington and Pittsburgh. What's different this year that Washington can somehow perhaps get past the Penguins? What's different from every other year to this year?
I just hit my head on there. The difference is Washington doesn't have any pressure. They have zero pressure. The only people that have pressure, probably Barry Trotz, to be quite honest. Just because they came in, they weren't the best team in the league. They lost some key players. And you know what? No one's really holding their breath.
Wait, so Alexander Ovechkin, Backstrom, Holtby, they don't have pressure. But yet, they continue to lose to the Penguins every single year. How in the world do they not have any pressure on them?
They didn't win the President's Trophy today. Or this year. Not today.
But that doesn't mean anything. So statistically, that means only one team in the whole NHL has pressure on them. That means there's no pressure on the Bruins tomorrow.
For the first year ever, I didn't see a real cup favorite. Like, obviously, there's the Nashvilles. And, like, everyone's like, oh, Pittsburgh. If you pick Pittsburgh in your bracket, you're basic as hell.
But going on to your point, saying the pressure, how does Washington not have any pressure if you didn't even see a forefront winner and the President's Trophy winner, Nashville Predators, you don't even think they have pressure on them? How does Washington not have pressure? They lose every single year against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it's always Ovechkin, it's always Holtby, it's always Backstrom. How do they not have pressure heading into this series?
They're not as good. Like, this is the year that they could do something, because
they're the same team.
Well, every year, everyone comes in. Oh, this is Washington's year. They're finally good enough. This year, you didn't hear that because they choke in the playoffs, and you know what? It could happen.
But they're the same team. They're the same team that loses every single year.
Yeah.
So how is there no pressure on them to try and, get over that hump and actually win a series this time? There has to be a little bit of pressure.
It's going to be in the back of their minds, obviously. But they're professionals.
They went 2-2 against each other in the regular season. This should be an even series.
Both teams took a big step back, though.
How did Washington take a big step? They won 4 straight games. If anything, Pittsburgh took a step back because they won 8-5, but they gave up 5 goals in the deciding win. Yes, they had 8 goals, but Washington won 4 straight games.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're the hotter team coming into this. You got a little smirk on your face, and I'd love to know why. You look preoccupied.
I wish I would have brought my laptop.
We're here for one reason, to talk sports, and you're over there diddling on your phone.
Just diddling, bud. Yeah.
What's the purpose?
I'm trying to tell you who they lost last year because I can't remember right now. It's totally blanked in my mind. Because I know that they did, but this is some great tight action right now.
So do you think Washington has a chance this season after it all? Do they have a chance to beat Pittsburgh in the best of 7?
They lost Kuznetsov, didn't they?
No.
Yeah. No, Johansson.
Johansson, yeah.
Yeah. They lost Johansson. They lost Justin Williams. They lost Matt Niskanen.
Let's be honest. Johansson wasn't pushing them over. If they didn't win without him, they can win without him.
It's because they lost Carl Alsner. Duh. Because he is the second coming in Montreal, because he did a lot in Montreal, and that's why they'll win. Now I'm just frustrating you.
So Washington will win this series.
I think so. It seems
16 for 16 in their last, obviously 16 penalty kill opportunities.
Good for them. They like to kill penalties.
Well, they go
Maybe
in the
they shouldn't have 16 penalties.
They
Maybe
go in the
should
box
just-
a lot.
Maybe they should just play clean.
If you play in the box that much against the Penguins, they're not going to win. You don't seem too intrigued by this series, but
Because
statistically,
it's the same thing every year, and then we go through it. We're like, will this be Washington's year? Will this be Washington? Sure. Let's see. That would be cool. That would be nice.
so just because it happens again means it's not exciting? It's a whole new year. It's a whole new playoffs, 2018 playoffs. You're all fired up about the Leafs and Bruins. That's happened before.
Would you call me that? Would you say that I'm brewing about the Bruins and Leafs series?
Yeah, and you got to get over it because we got to move on here.
I know.
You're still trying to make your dark roast. It came out as medium roast. Now we got to move on because we got a French finale here with the
I want
Capitals and
Colombian,
Penguins.
baby. I want Colombian. No, it's just going to be the same thing. And that's the same with Philly and Pittsburgh. It was kind of the same thing, even though they're totally different teams than the last time they played. But it was both teams are going to get pissed off at each other. They're going to do stupid stuff. Okay, well, Pittsburgh won. Let's move on to the next round.
You got the great debate: 8 versus 87. Everybody says Sidney Crosby's better. He is. I don't know anybody who could say he isn't.
Everyone says he's better, so he is.
He is. Statistically, he's proven he's better. In what world is Ovechkin better? Sure, it's sitting at the top of the circle. Ovechkin is better. Yes,
He's a better peer scorer.
for sure. But Sidney Crosby does
So in
everything.
what world is he better? He's a better peer scorer.
Okay, sure. But being a pure scorer in the playoffs, it's pretty easy to lock down.
Yeah.
Although he did have 2 goals in Game 6.
Bingo.
So is that coming up against? Do you think they're going to beat Pittsburgh?
Why not? Sure. I think I picked them. Yeah, I picked them, but I picked Philly because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
But Washington, this is one of the clearest roads they've had. That's a big thing, is that they're not as good, but no one else, everyone kind of regressed this year. The league has a bit of disparity in it that you have never seen before because it's so wide open now.
Because
you punch your ticket to the playoffs. You could be punching your ticket to the Stanley Cup final pretty damn easily.
there's so much damn teams these days. In 5 years, in 10 years, they're going to have 40 teams.
Man, Darnell. Oh, that 31st team, that 31th team just made me very angry. Because now that's taken up a spot in the playoffs for the Edmonton Oilers.
No.
And
That's
Connor
not,
McDavid.
That's not what I'm saying.
Get off
That's
my
not
lawn.
what I'm saying. Seattle's coming in. That's
Get
going to be
off my
32.
lawn.
What I'm saying is if you continue to add teams, it takes away from the overall skill. There is too many teams in the NHL that just plain suck.
Hey, do you want $20?
Of course.
So does the NHL. It's added revenue.
I know. I
Hockey's a
understand.
business.
It's all about money. But there's too many teams in the NHL that plain suck, and they're always going to suck because there's just more added teams. And just when a team starts to get a little bit better, the player's gone because there's another expansion draft. I don't like it.
Apparently. I
No.
love it.
I know you love it. Because you
cool.
get all,
It's cool.
who are gonna Leafs? Who's gonna come to the Leafs? Maybe it's gonna be William Karlsson. He's gonna play in a line with Nylander, and then they're gonna go in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. No, it's not realistic.
They're going to go in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final.
Pittsburgh, Washington. How many games? Who's gonna win the series?
7 Washington.
7 Washington. Wow.
Exercising demons.
Oh my god! I thought that was gone with the Leaf stock.
Nope.
Coming up, Jet Folk, one of your good buddies. He's coming on the show. He's got a question for us.
Special guest.
It's the Scrum. It's coming up. It's the First Row Sports Show.